This is 5 times Hitoshi wants to tell Izuku he loves him, plus 1 time he actually does. By Robin_non-binary 202. This has just over 1,500 words, and there is no summary. So let's start. Number 1. Breakfast. Hitoshi was up really late, or early, depending how you look at it, from his insomnia. It's 5 AM when he goes downstairs, knowing that it isn't completely ungodly to be up that early. He shuffles downstairs, being quiet enough to not wake anyone, but also not caring enough to try and be practically silent. As he goes down to the common area, he smells food. When he reaches the kitchen, he sees Izuku freaking Midoriya cooking himself breakfast. Morning, Hitoshi says casually. Going to the fridge to get some orange juice. Oh, hey Shinzo! I made you an egg. I didn't know how much salt you liked, so I didn't salt it or anything, but, Izuku says, and Hitoshi cuts him off before he can get into a ramble. You made me breakfast? Hitoshi asks. Oh, yeah, I hear you awake sometimes when I get back from my morning run, and I decided to make you breakfast since I usually see that you come down by the time I get back from my run, Izuku explains. Oh, I see. Thanks. Hitoshi then realises that he is completely in love with Izuku. Number 2. Plushies. Hitoshi doesn't talk about it much, but he's got a small love for plushies. Bonus points if it's a cat. So what if he has one of his plushie hammocks in his dorm? They're cute. Sue him. Anyways, he usually keeps his plushies in their hammock, but every once in a while they'll end up on adventures when he slips one into his hood pocket. Izuku, of course, noticed this and loved his collection. One day, Izuku comes back with a Build-A-Bear box and brings it up to Hitoshi's dorm. Hitoshi hears Izuku knock. Come in, he calls. Izuku steps in with the box. Hi Shinzo, I was out at the mall and I saw a Build-A-Bear that reminds me of you. And I know you like plushies, so I brought it for you, Izuku says, holding the box out. Hitoshi stands with a small smile. Thank you. Hitoshi sees the cat plush. The fur the same colour as his hair and stares at it like it's the most precious thing in the world. I love it. How much do I owe you? Hitoshi asks. Oh, no, it's a gift. You don't owe me anything, Izuku tells him. Hitoshi looks over at the green net. Thank you, he says genuinely, then goes to put the cat in the hammock and doesn't have the confidence to explain his love to Izuku. Not that he thinks Izuku would like him back anyway. Number 3. Leftovers. Izuku is very protective over his leftover food. Everyone knows it. Especially after Kirishima was almost murdered for eating Izuku's leftover katsudon. And Hitoshi respects it. Food is one of Hitoshi's favourite things too. If someone touched his leftover curry that his pops make, he'd get mad too. But as a general rule, nobody in the dorm touches each other's food. They even have a Sharpie tied to the fridge handle for labelling your food. But one day after a brutal training session, Hitoshi is hungry, so he heads to the kitchen, then remembers it's grocery day. There's almost nothing, so he groans and flops onto the couch. Izuku happens to be reading on the armchair. What's wrong? Izuku asks. There's nothing to eat and I'm starving, Hitoshi laments. Oh, that sucks. You had extra training with Sensei today too, didn't you? Izuku asks, and Hitoshi just nods. I'm sorry, you can have a katsudon if you want, Izuku offers. Hitoshi looks at him like he just told him the grass was red. What? Hitoshi is confused. You can have my leftover katsudon. It's gonna go bad soon and I'm not gonna finish it, Izuku confirms. Hitoshi just looks at him like he's hung the stars. "Thank you," he says, then heads back to the kitchen. Hitoshi finds himself continuing to realise how much this boy makes him want to just shower him in affection. Number 4. Nightmares. Hitoshi has nightmares. Sometimes they're about real things to fear, like his parents or friends dying to villains, his old trauma, spiders. Other time it's random fake things, like silly green aliens from the Zooble. Either way, they jolt him awake and don't let him go back to sleep. Depending on the severity of the nightmare, sometimes he spirals into tears. After a particularly bad one where he relived the USJ, seeing his dad, Aizawa, battered on the ground and not being able to do anything about it, he has a panic attack. He thinks he's being quiet until Izuku knocks on his door. "Shinzo? Are you alright? I heard you crying," Izuku asks through the door. It takes a second to respond, but when he sees his voice, it's hoarse and cracks. "I'm fine." Hitoshi desperately dries his eyes, trying to will himself to stop crying. "Are you sure? You don't sound okay. I won't force or anything, but can I come in?" Izuku asks, and Hitoshi thinks for a moment. As much as he would love to keep up his threat facade, the door is unlocked. Hitoshi says. A few moments later, the door's creaking open, and Izuku is quietly padding in. "Oh, Shinzo, are you alright?" Izuku asks. "Not really," Hitoshi responds, and he feels a shift in weight of Izuku sitting down. "Oh, do you want to talk about it?" Hitoshi nods and starts talking. "I get nightmares a lot, and tonight I relived the USJ attack, where Dad got attacked by the fucking Lomu and had a part of his arm disintegrated. It haunts me. I felt so hopeless just watching." Izuku looks confused, and Hitoshi is vaguely aware it's because he called Aizawa Dad, before giving Hitoshi a sad look. "I'm sorry, Shinzo. That was hard for me to see. I can't imagine what it must be like for you. But remember, he's alright. We all made out okay, and we're gonna catch Shigaraki," Izuku says with a sympathetic smile. Hitoshi nods and starts to calm down. After a minute or so, he speaks again. "I'm sorry if I woke you." Izuku just shakes his head. "Don't be sorry, I was already awake. Besides, even if you did wake me, I'd still come to help. That's what friends are for." Hitoshi feels himself smile and resists the urge to confess how deeply he loves the green-haired boy, inside and out. Number 5. Training. Hitoshi is heading into the training room just to do some weight training. Not really wanting to, since he didn't sleep much the night before. But, oh well. He heads to the weight stand and lifts some for a while, gets bored and sits on his phone for a bit, saying he'll get back to it in a few minutes. And he does. He continues his routine for about 30 minutes. 5 minutes working out, 5 minutes on his phone. At one point, he stands to go back to training when he glances up and sees him. Izuku, sweaty and getting ready to leave the training room. He stares in awe for a few moments at just everything. The sweat sticking his shirt to his abs, the towel draped over his shoulder, just everything. He looks at Hitoshi and waves, but keeps going to leave. Welp, Hitoshi's going to be seeing that every night on repeat for the next 3 weeks. But it isn't like he's complaining. Number 6. Gardening. Hitoshi loves the spring more than he'll admit. Soft colours that don't strain his eyes, cherry blossoms falling from trees, and the soft smell of rain and dirt in the air. Most of all, the soft heat that isn't overwhelming, but isn't cold enough that he needs a coat. When he goes on a walk around campus, he's expecting to see maybe some kids talking or someone doing some weird challenge with their friends cheering them on. What he's not expecting to see is Izuku with a sun hat planting flowers in the dorm gardens. He walks over and kneels by them. "Gardening?" he asks. "Yep, the spring's the best time to do it. The dirt is soft and it usually when plants are best for it," Izuku says happily, and Hitoshi nods. "What's it you two are planting?" Hitoshi drawls. "Zinnias and pansies," Eri responds. "Yep, I went out and brought a bunch. Think it would be a fun activity, and Eri seems to be having fun," Izuku confirms. "Cool. How much was it?" "Oh, just like 10,000 yen," Izuku responds sheepishly. Hitoshi raises his eyebrows. "That's quite a chunk of money, but it's a good thing to do. Flowers will brighten it up a bit," Hitoshi says. "Thanks, I love doing the little things just to make people happy, even if it costs a lot for me," Izuku says with a smile. "And that's why I love you," Hitoshi says, and Izuku blushes. "You... what?" Izuku splutters. "You heard me. I love you." Hitoshi smirks. Izuku smiles, bright enough to put the sun out of commission. "I didn't think... I love you too," Izuku responds. "Teshini, are you and Deku gonna kiss?" Eri asks innocently. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I find that ending so funny. Like, Eri just going, "Are you gonna kiss?" It makes me laugh every time, if you couldn't tell. Just so you know how much 10,000 yen is £50 sterling, and 67 United States dollars. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions, comment them down below. Bye!